Every day, what I bought on eBay.
Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
I don't know how long it's been, but we used to check in on eBay every now and again to see if there was any weird or crazy G.I. Joe stuff to see.
So I thought it would be nice to do that again.
As usual, we'll start with the most expensive G.I. Joe toy they're trying to sell, followed by the most expensive one that actually sold.
And the most expensive thing that somebody is trying to sell is...
a loose USS flag for $7,600. And it's near complete, not even complete. Plus, the first photo only shows the deck. But look, it's actually 5% off since it would originally be $8,000.
Yeah, no thanks.
If I wanted to spend $8,000 on a flag, and I don't, but if I did, I'd want the complete one in an unopened box. God, I hope nobody goes for this.
And the most expensive thing that actually sold is...
a mint-on-card Brazilian snake eyes for $7,500. Snake eyes. Of course it's always snake eyes. Dude dominates everything. eBay, the toy line, box office bombs.
Now let's dig into the other stuff I found. And I want to start with a pet peeve of mine.
Sometimes I like to just browse for G.I. Joe, not looking for anything specific. Well, unless I need something for an episode anyway.
So when I come across stuff that isn't G.I. Joe, that's annoying.
Take this auction for a freaking mask figure that has the word G.I. Joe in it for no goddamn reason.
I mean, why? To get more eyeballs on it?
Related to this, you also have a lot, and I mean a freaking lot of auctions that helpfully specify that the item on auction is in fact not a G.I. Joe toy, by saying no G.I. Joe in the listing, guaranteeing that it shows up when you search for G.I. Joe.
I'm a little more forgiving of this.
Since these auctions often refer to knockoffs or bootlegs, which can be interesting. But it still tends to be annoying when you get a whole bunch of them in a row.
Still, it turned out to be helpful for this video, as I came across this.
Action Men's. This is both a G.I. Joe knockoff and a bit of a bootleg. The figure, as far as I can tell, doesn't use any G.I. Joe body parts. Though man, does this thing look cheap and crappy.
His accessories, however, are more suspect.
The one in the front is that weird hybrid between a Viper and leatherneck gun that I own and once showed you in an old video. The one in the back is difficult to make out, but I don't recognize that one as a G.I. Joe weapon. It looks a little like the Saw Viper gun, but it isn't that. The cool hybrid gun is all this thing has going for it. Horrible card art, horrible and cheap looking figure. I can feel it breaking by just looking at it. Commando Hank, you ain't, buddy. And the name Action Men's is just hilarious.
Anyway, let's move on.
The next one is just somebody putting the wrong picture with the thing he's actually selling. A hydro sled in the description that shows you a battle android trooper. The only reason I put this in is because I wonder what would happen if you won this auction. Would you get a very cheap bat or just a hydro sled?
Up next, we've got some possible deception going on.
As what's advertised here is a vintage G.I. Joe, which this isn't at all. It's a Black Major Grey Cobra Trooper. This can be called a fan custom or an illegal bootleg, depending on who you ask.
As for me, I don't really care. I'm not for him or against him. I don't have an opinion.
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
What I am against is some guy trying to sell them on eBay as real vintage figures. Now, considering this thing does look a bit like the Stinger Driver, it could be an honest mistake, but somehow I doubt it.
Next, this.
Yeah, Dodger isn't half the man he used to be after losing his whole team. Now, selling half a figure is a bit weird, but it seems to happen surprisingly often. But the absolute gall in the description is what makes this. Bon état, or good condition in English.
It's missing half the freaking figure.
Now yes, I know the good condition just refers to the parts that are there, but calling half a figure something in good condition is just too funny to pass up. I just noticed this as I was editing the video, but the thing doesn't even have the right parts. Those arms are from a Beachhead figure, not Dodger. This just gets funnier the longer you look at it.
For the next entry, I present to you a tale of Goofus and Gallant.
Gallant is trying to sell a rare European exclusive repaint toy. He started with a low opening price and no buy it now. Gallant has gotten 4 bids and will probably get more before the end. He will get a fair price. Goofus has listed the fairly common toy for a very high starting price and a Bet Guano insane buy it now price. Goofus will not be making a sale today, or perhaps ever. Yeah, these two were just listed one right below the other, and the absurd contrast between them meant I couldn't help but comment on it. You go gallant!
For our last entry today, I found something that's kinda cool, kinda weird, and kinda creepy.
You ever wanted to get the full Lady J experience all in one go?
Then this seller has got you covered.
You've got a vintage French guarded Lady J, as well as the new classic figure, plus a Halloween mask.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Okay, I said you'd get the full Lady J experience, but there really should be a classified figure in there too for that. Still, it's certainly a unique ensemble. So, if you ever wanted an instant and slightly disturbing shrine to Lady J, this is the deal for you. Seriously, if this was depicting a real woman, you'd be contacting the FBI.
Yeah, of course the mask is what makes this.
Just look at it. It's like 100 times more disturbing to me than like a movie-level detail Halloween mask. There's something really unsettling about it. Also, her cap is the wrong color. Maybe it's just me, but I've always found these types of masks more effective at conveying horror than masks meant for that purpose. And that wraps up another trip down the dock of the bay. I hope you enjoyed another look at the weirder aspects of G.I. Joe eBay.
Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?
Every day, what I bought